After that clash between Waterford and Tipperary, Gerald McCarthy's unbeaten side had already booked their place in the last four. Tipperary, on the other hand, were almost there, but not quite. So Nicky English was looking for a good performance today to seal that last semi-final berth. Ger Canning was in Walsh Park to watch this one.
The constitution of the Waterford backline has changed significantly in recent times. Brendan Landers is still a most reliable goalkeeper. James O'Connor is the full-back, with the Rock himself at number 4. That's Sean Cullinan. However, as Stephen Frampton is on tour, Fergal Hartley gets a chance to re-establish himself as a centre-back alongside James Murray. In midfield, there's this new combination of Johnny Brenner and Tony Brown. It's a potentially very strong half-forward line, while the questions will continue about the inside forward trio. Can the firm of Walsh, Kerwin and Bennett deliver those winning scores? In the past week, one Waterford leading scorer has been honoured in his native county by being voted top sportsman of the month. That's Ken McGrath. Injury keeps out two key tip defenders. Missing through injury are Paul Ormond and David Kennedy. Back in comes Liam Sheedy, while John Carroll has traded his number 11 shirt for the number 6. Eamon Corcoran returns to the left wing. The midfield consists of Eddie Enright and Andy Maloney, and in the forwards, Declan Ryan is on duty on the 40 in the company of Mark O'Leary and Tommy Dunn, and there's another chance to establish himself for Paddy O'Brien in the left corner. Free of injury, Liam Cahill came bursting back onto the scene last weekend with 2-2 in Tip's huge win over Laois. So Sean McMahon, referee from Clare, gives the signal, and Brendan Landers from Waterford gets the match underway. Sean McMahon, of course, from Clare. And straight away, Tipperary getting early possession and a chance to set something up for them. Andy Maloney whipping it through the centre there. Two sides who could well be meeting 3 times in the space of the next 6 weeks. They're bound to meet in the championship, of course, at the end of May, and they could well be meeting in a league final as well. So first chance for Tipperary, for Tommy Dunn to roll it comfortably over the bar. First free taken, first point scored. Early pressure now from Waterford. Anthony Kerwin over there, dispossessed by Eamon Corcoran. Hand passing it into space. Declan Ryan trying to take possession, away by Eamon Corcoran. Down towards Paul Shelley. Shelley looking for another score for Tip. And he's put it over the bar, the first from play. First chance then falling Paul Shelley's way. So Tip doing all the scoring earlier on. Brendan Landers puck out. Down in towards Ken McGrath. That's a great take. Winning that first ball there against John Carroll. Carroll, whom we've seen recently playing as a centre-half forward, but in his minor days he was centre-half back. Beaten for this one by Ken McGrath. That's great skill. So this is where Waterford can shoot in front. Waterford already guaranteed of a semi-final place. Tip virtually there as well, and that's over the bar. All the scores coming for Waterford from frees from the stick of Paul Flynn. That's McGrath. Stopped here by Noel Morris. Taken down by Declan Ryan. And that's a huge one from Declan Ryan. It's a great point. 50 metres out from goal when he struck that one. First point of the day, and it's 3 points apiece. Across this one comes towards Barry Walsh, breaking it down. But there waiting for it is Liam Sheedy. Clare got the call up when Donncha Fahy failed a fitness test before the match because of a thumb injury. Strong hitting inside there, good pulling by James Murray. Downfield by Brian Flannery. Here's Dan Shanahan, the big man, looking for the lead score, and Dan Shanahan gives it to Waterford. His first point of the afternoon, delighting young and old alike. And Waterford 4, Tipperary 3. Waterford's mentors there, including Colin Bonner, former Tipperary player. Flannery trying to get that ball away. It's away in the end by Tom Feeney, the ultra-reliable number 2 for Waterford. Here comes Johnny Brenner. Great atmosphere at Walsh Park this afternoon. Ken McGrath striking it, and Ken McGrath has put it between the posts. And Waterford have another score. So it's 6 points to 5. Ken McGrath's first. That was a wonderful score there, but he was left in isolation, given just enough latitude, and he availed of it. The man in the corner now, Paul Flynn, has moved in towards top of the left. They were trying to feed that ball through towards the number 12. Here's Dave Bennett, neat pick up. Sheedy going in to challenge. Here comes Dan Shanahan, thundering forward, looking for the score himself, and he's got it, I think, yes. Dan Shanahan second. All the scoring as expected for Waterford is coming from the men who were on their half-forward line, or at least were listed to play there. That's 2 for Dan Shanahan, 1 for Ken McGrath, and 5 from frees for Paul Flynn. This was a beauty. Played back in by Noel Morris. Liam Cahill now out around the right half-forward position. Flannery. Here's Declan Ryan. Ryan going forward himself, closed down by a phalanx of Waterford defenders. Comes out to Shelley. Stopped! It's gone in! It bounced very awkwardly for the goalkeeper, Brendan Landers, but Paul Shelley has got that goal. 35 minutes gone in this match, and I think the goalkeeper will have nightmares about this one. It bounced right in front of him and hopped over his right shoulder, and it's 1-6 to 8 points. So the first goal of the match responded to instantly there by Ken McGrath. McGrath's got a second. Waterford fans enjoying the match, I think. We're in injury time and the sides are level. Shaking his head, Brendan Landers. Almost the final action of a first half, where a lot of the Waterford scores came from frees from Paul Flynn, 5 in all. The goal from Paul Shelley coming after 35 minutes at half-time. The teams are level. So once again the match restarts with a puck out. It's something that's going to be discontinued, of course, at the end of the league campaign, and there are lots of different viewpoints about all of that. Coming across here, Paddy O'Brien. And that is driven beautifully over the bar. That is switched to top of the right, and that's his first point of the game. So Tipperary have the lead once more. Cahill missing his strike, supported here by Declan Ryan, composing himself to try and find the target. It comes down off the post, Shelley's after it, pressure in there, and Shelley's got another go. Paul Shelley in the 7th minute of the second half. It came down off the post and Shelley was vigilant, and like any good full forward, he was anticipating that there might be something on, and indeed there was. Well, that goal before half-time, and that goal coming so early at the start of the second half, will that be the platform on which Tipperary are able to build in order to ensure 2 points? Dan Shanahan carrying the fight forward, dragged back, however. Noel Morris and Eamon Corcoran were tussling to win the race to bring him down. Corcoran may be the one who just won that particular race, but it results in a Waterford free. It's one of those moments when you feel that Paul Flynn might go for a goal. Here he comes, he is! And he's put it off a stick, a Tipperary stick, and it's gone for his 65. Ken McGrath taking up responsibility for the 65. Placed beautifully, it's over the bar. The margin is down to 4 points. That's McGrath's 3rd point of the match. Ken McGrath rising for that one with John Carroll. Tony Brown. Lifted up here this time by Brian Flannery. Chasing out from Declan Ryan. Andy Maloney's in the chase as well. The hand pass, well, it's an impossible ball for Ken McGrath to take. Somehow it falls down and he manages to get it up onto his stick. He's got support inside. Kerwin! What a go! Anthony Kerwin 12 minutes into the second half, and it's 1-11 to 2-8. Sides level once again. Well, it was an impossible ball fed ahead to Ken McGrath. He seemed to have no chance, but what vision outside to pick out Kerwin and instinctively firing it into the back of the Tipperary net. It was made by McGrath, but it was finished delightfully by Kerwin. Teams are level. Well, we should be in for a great last 20 minutes of this game. Tommy Dunn knocking it ahead. Eddie Enright was coming on to it. Dunn once again, almost tripped. Play comes out as far as Cahill. Knocked away by James O'Connor. Goalkeeper comes from his goal. Shortens the grip on the stick, aware he was going to be blocked. Gets it out as far as Brian Flannery. Into the inside forward line. Paul Flynn. Two Tip men race after him. Corcoran is one of them. Sheedy is the other. It's still Paul Flynn, roared on by the crowd. Saved by Brendan Cummins, the goalkeeper. Comes back out again, still danger. And another opportunity to Barry Walsh this time. They tried to get it in. Paul Flynn on his hands and his knees, but Tipperary managed to clear the danger. Out to Liam Cahill. It's won back by Ken McGrath. What a talent. And Brendan Cummins once again gets down, is secure, is tough, is strong, gets the ball away, out towards Noel Morris. Huge ball downfield, missed by Curley, the new corner back. Not so by Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien chasing through, he's tormenting the Waterford backs this afternoon in the second half. It's still O'Brien, it's a great goal! That is a wonderful individual goal by Paddy O'Brien, and there are 14 minutes gone in the second half. Well, he's got pace, he's got talent, and he's taking his opportunity. Originally against Sean Cullinan, now against Stephen Curley. And he lashed this one in beyond Landers. Tip have been the better side in the second half. Eamon Corcoran by Dan Shanahan. The challenge next is from Tom Feeney. What a player. Still Tommy Dunn. Great hurlers in this match. Great skill, great scores. Brilliant. Tommy Dunn with his 5th point of this match. Tipperary lead by 5, 3-10 to 1-11. Well, this was fed ahead by Eamon Corcoran. In nonchalantly came Tommy Dunn. Lovely body work, great stick work as well. And what a score. And there's the point for Waterford, and it's come for Ken McGrath. That's his 4th. 3-10 to 1-12. Well, one senior man makes way, that's Declan Ryan, and another senior man has come on, and that is John Lahey. Tip 3-10, that's 19 points. Waterford 1-12, 15 points. Flannery hitting it in delightfully. They rise up for it. It's lost by Maloney, and the referee has signalled that it's a free into Waterford. Ken McGrath anxious to take the responsibility, but I think the number 12 is saying, hang on, give it to me. Ken McGrath still wanted to take that free, but it's got to be Paul Flynn, it seems. Still lots of time remaining, and as I say, only 4 points between the teams. Flynn stepping up, hitting it, hammering it, stopped by Cummins. Good save by Cummins. Brian Flannery here, born in Tipperary, playing for Waterford. Hitting it across, it's another goal. Ken McGrath. A goal and 4 points now. 22 minutes into the second half. Flannery flighted this one beautifully across. A watch for McGrath coming in, leaping in the air with delight. He got the vital touch. Morris in beyond Tommy Dunn. Setting it all up for a possible league final rematch between these same two teams in a few weeks' time, and the one that everybody's looking forward to, their match in the championship at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. And that has gone over the bar. Tip have another one. Well, it's another one for Tommy Dunn. Not as far as Johnny Brenner. He's added a lot to Waterford's midfield in the last few matches. Kirwan trying to establish himself at full forward. Bennett stopped again by Cummins. What a miss, and what a save by the same token. Dave Bennett is absolutely cursing his luck. He has yet to score in this match, but he took it beautifully in his stride, stuck it straight at Cummins, and somehow, whether it was a stick or a leg, he managed to deflect it out. Well, Brian Hanley has come on for Dave Bennett, for Johnny Brenner. Ken McGrath dropping it in and putting it over the bar with fantastic accuracy. He's got 2 65s now, and he's got a goal and 5 points in all. Shelley, and he's got another one. That is 2 goals now and 2 points for Paul Shelley, who's made it 3-12 to 2-13. Pressure in there once again on Philip Marr, Tipperary full-back, forcefully challenged by Anthony Kirwan. They get it out as far as the substitute David Kennedy is slotted back into his centre-half back position. He had an injury going into this match and they didn't want to start him. Hartley is the one on the ground. Taking it forward there is Paul Ryan. And O'Leary has another shot, and Mark O'Leary has got another point. That's his second. Taken down delightfully by Brian Flannery. And passed into space, but again Tipperary are strong in that region. Here comes John Carroll. Carroll has chased the whole time. Brian Flannery is trying to take it from him, but it's a nice ball inside there towards Paul Ryan. Here's an opportunity for Tipperary to finish off this match. It's another goal. Paul Ryan. Only 4 minutes remaining. Is that now enough to ensure the 2 points for Tipperary? He got inside here, took it away from Stephen Curley, and shortened the grip on the stick before beating Brendan Landers, his first score of the match. Down towards John Lahey, runs on there towards the man in the corner who's been very successful in the second half. That's Paddy O'Brien, blocked down there first time for Tommy Dunn. Here he comes again. That is a beautifully struck point, smashing point by the Tip captain. He's got 7 in this match so far. Hartley dropping it in there, players waiting, anticipating, expecting. Out it comes in the end, but it's blocked by David Kennedy. Andy will only try to get it away from the Waterford forwards. Dan Shanahan next coming into the queue. Brought back up onto the stick, however, and here's a possibility as Waterford look for another point, and they get it through Brian Hanley. That's Brian Hanley's first. So once again the margin, 2 goals. Well, the battle-scarred midfielder, bruised but hoping that he can keep his place in this Tipperary team. The referee ends a match which had an awful lot to suggest that the championship game should be well worth attending at the end of May. For now, Tip have won by 4-15 to 2-15.
Yeah, I think we got a couple of lucky breaks as well, Ger. I think Paul Shelley's one came back off the post, and it was the first day we scored goals, but I thought some of them came pretty easy, to be honest with you, and I don't think they might be as easy on the 28th of May.
I was delighted the way they fought back in the second half there, because it looked like at one stage in the second half that Tipperary might go on to ramp home to a victory, but in fairness to our lads, they fought back very well again, and we made a few changes again at that stage of the game, and I think there was 1 point in it at that stage when we made a few changes, and the game slipped away from us again after that. But as I said, we're not overly disappointed, but at the same time, it's a game we'd have preferred to win, quite honestly.
I'm inclined to think that the league semi-finals and finals suffer somewhat because they run very close to the championship, and the 2 teams that are out first in the championship, ourselves and Waterford, are still involved. So I mean, you're going to go to a league semi-final and you're sitting in the stand as a spectator and you're wondering, well, do these teams really want to be there, or do they want to get to a league final? And you know, it's a terrible situation, really, I think. And I think the league is just running maybe a month too late. That, you know, these matches should have been over 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And then you can go in and play your league final and have a break to come back for the championship, which I think everybody needs.
When the championship draw was made, sorry, Jared, that they could have seen that this last game coming up so quickly with our championship match around the corner. Maybe they should have rearranged the game for an earlier time, and then maybe, you know, it would have worked out better. But anyway, it was a good game today and we enjoyed it.
Well, no shortage of quality scoring there at Walsh Park this afternoon. A taste possibly of what's to come in their Munster Championship meeting, which we'll have live for you on the 28th of May. So this is how it finished in Division 1B. Waterford and Tipperary sharing top spot on 10 points and advancing to this year's semi-finals. Kilkenny taking third.